Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. After I got so many requests from the viewers on web designing courses, so for them this is a complete video tutorial series on web designing using HTML5 and CSS3 cascading style sheets. And after the course, you'll create a complete single page website. If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates. Before jumping to video tutorials, first we'll check what I will teach in this video series. As I told, I'm using only HTML5 and CSS3 cascading style sheet to design the website. And below that we have topics I want to cover in this video series. And one more thing is, I want to make this video series simple, short and sharp. The first topic is what is HTML. The HTML is a hypertext markup language. Why we use HTML? So any languages, for example, if you are using .NET, Java or PHP, whatever the language you use, the browser understands only the HTML format only. So what is CSS styles? CSS styles is a cascading style sheets which we use to add some styles to our HTML elements. Now let's start the web designing course. For this video tutorial, I'm using Notepad++ to write the HTML and CSS code. But you can use any other text editor to write the HTML code. So first, the most basic important point when we are adding the HTML5 tags, we need to add the first one. Between these tags, I'm adding exclamation doc type HTML. Once you add this tag, the browser understands we are using the version HTML5 version we are using. So make sure add this doc type HTML with exclamation. So before adding the next tag, first we'll save this file. I'm saving this file on my desktop and the file name is course web design dot, and after the file name I'm giving the extension. The extension must be HTML or HTML. So here I'm adding HTML. Once you add the HTML, save the file. So remember, to save the HTML files, we need to add the extension after the file name dot HTML or HTML. So before adding the next tags, let's minimize this Notepad++ as well as the browser also. Notice here we got our HTML file. Let's open that one. Course web design. Right now this HTML page is empty because we have not added any code. So let's write the next tags. After doc type HTML, we need the header section. After the headers, we need to add the body, and the last one, let's close the HTML tag. So the basic syntax of the HTML is this one. The first line is a doc type HTML, which is a parent tag, and the second tag is a header tag, and the third one is a body tag. And the header tag contains, in the header section we add the meta tags, the style sheets, CSS style sheets, JavaScript or jQuery links, whatever the client-side script we have to add in this header section. And also the navigation menus or the logos, the website logos, will add in this header section only. And after the header section we have the body, and this body section contains our actual contents like articles, images, the tables, whatever the tables we want to show, and the pages, the web pages. These are the major three header tags: the doc type HTML, header section, and body section. So now the next topic is switch over to our course. Up to now we have added the doc type, HTML tag, the header tags, body tag. Now we want the meta tag. So what is the meta tag? The meta tag is a metadata. It contains all the information about our web pages. What kind of language you have used. Is this web page contains a special characters, letters, numbers, etc. So how to use this meta tag? In the header section we have to add the meta tag. So let's add the meta tag. Char set is equals to, I'm adding UTF-8. Let's close the meta tag. So make sure always when you close a tag ends with the forward slash. The char set is a property of the meta tag. The UTF-8 is we are using the alphabets, numbers, symbols, images, etc. So all this information about our web page contains this meta tags. So after adding the meta tag, the next tutorial is the HTML headings. So what is HTML headings? So in HTML we have 6 kinds of header tags, from H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. So for example, the header tags H1 tag, the text shows in a large size, my name is Charan. Let's add the next tag H2. So instead of adding the same tag, let's copy this one and paste here. Third one, fourth one, my name is this one, H5, and the last one H6. In HTML we have 6 kinds of header tags, from H1 tag to H6 tag. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. This is a web page. I'm reloading the browser, and here we got the output with the header tags. If you notice the header tag H1, this is the H1 tag, is a very large size compared with the other tags, and the last one is H6 tag, which is a very smaller size. So we use these header tags not only in this header section, we can use in the body section also. So let's copy the same tag from H1 to H6. What I'm doing, I'm adding the horizontal line. To add the horizontal line to our web browser, we need to add the HR /, which is a horizontal line. And now I'm adding the header tags in the body section also. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. See here in the header section, the header tags from H1 to H6. After that we have a horizontal line, and below that we have the body with the same header tags, H1 to H6. So the header tags we can use anywhere in the header or in the body section. So let's delete that. I'm deleting the header sections. Here I'm adding H1 complete web design tutorials. Using HTML5 and CSS3. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser, and here we got the new output. Now here in the header section, I want to add these header tags at the center of the browser. So for that, we have to use the CSS styles. Basically, there are three ways we can implement CSS styles to our HTML page. One is a inline code, the second one is internal CSS styles, and the third one is the external CSS styles. First, I will show you the inline styles. The inline CSS styles is we have to add in the HTML element. Now I want to add the styles for the header tags. To show this text complete web design tutorials at the center of the browser, in the header section, in the header tag, I'm adding the style tag between double quotes. The style is a property of this element h1. Now in this style, I'm adding the condition, I'm adding the text -align colon center semicolon. Now let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. See, now we got new output. The complete web design tutorials, which is our h1 tag, is now at the center of our browser. Now I want to add this one h2 tag, which is our sub tag, subheading at the bottom of this h1 tag. So again, I'm adding the same style, which is a inline CSS style. So inline CSS styles we had inside the HTML elements. Now let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. So now both the header tags h1 and h2 are at the center of the browser. Now if you notice here, I'm adding the same style couple of times. I'm adding multiple times for this both h1 and h2 tags. So instead of adding the same style couple of times, I'm adding the another method, which is the internal CSS style sheets. So internal CSS styles, there is a tag called style tag, which is our HTML tag. Whatever the styles we have to add, CSS styles, that styles must be between these style tags. Now we'll add the styles for our HTML elements. The first element h1 tag between curly braces, which is the blocks, I'm adding the text aligns center semicolon. So now I don't require this one. Now the same condition for the h2 also. So I'm adding comma h2 element. Now I don't require the style tag, style property for this h2 element. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. We have added the text align center for the both h1 and h2 elements. I'm reloading the browser. See, there is no change because we have added the text align center for h1 and h2 tags. Now let's add the color for these headings. I'm adding the color red. You can add any color. Just for the demo purpose, I'm adding the red color. Let's save this file. I'm reloading the browser. See, here we got the new output with the color red. After the headings, how to use comments in HTML. So basically we use the comments which I don't want to show on the browser. For example, in the body I'm adding some h3 tag, hello, welcome to my blog. So let's save this file. We'll check the output. If you notice here, the hello welcome to my blog is displaying on the browser. Now I want to hide this text. For that I'm using the comment. So to add the comments for the HTML elements, tag exclamation dash dash, and we have to close this comment after the closing header tag. So now it's showing in green color, which means it's commented. This line is commented. Let's save this file. I'm reloading the browser. So now it's not displaying on the browser. So if you want to add multiple lines comment, copy this one, save this file. I'm reloading the browser. See, it's not displaying. If you want to add the comment for the CSS styles, first let's uncomment this one, h3 tag. Now h2, I'm deleting the element here. I'm adding the color is blue. I'm not adding the text align property for this h2. I'm adding only the color. Let's save this file. I'm reloading the browser. See, here we got the new output, the h2 tag with the blue color, but it's not in the center because we have not added the property text align center to the header tags h2. Now I want to comment this h2 tag. To add the comments for the CSS styles, you have to add asterisk forward slash asterisk forward slash. Save this file. Now I'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. See, the header tag, it's not showing any colors because we have commented this. If you uncomment, save this file. I'm reloading the browser. So here we got the color back for this header tag h2. Now the next topic, we just saw the comments in HTML. Now how to add paragraphs, breaks, and horizontal lines. Horizontal lines I have showed headshot tag, which is to add the horizontal line. Now the paragraphs, for example, here I'm adding some text. Hello, how are you? I am fine. So let's save this file. We'll check the output. And here we got the output. Hello, how are you? I am fine. If you notice the I am fine, the text is on the same line. Hello, how are you? But here I have added in the next line. So to add the new line, we need to add the break br forward slash, which gives the break the line. Break the line. I'm reloading the browser. So now file is in the next line. Now how to add the paragraphs? Add p and paste it. When I save this file, you check the output. So notice here, when I add the p tags between this hello, how are you, it becomes the paragraphs. It gives some gaps between these two lines. But before we don't have any breaks. But before we don't have any gaps between the lines. Now we got the gaps. So p tags is used to add the paragraphs to our content. Now the next how to handle white spaces or gaps. Now, for example, here I'm adding some text, complete website design, using, I'm adding the long gap, CSS and HTML. Save this file. Let's check the output. I'm reloading the browser. Notice the new output, complete website design using CSS and HTML. If you check, there is a long gap between using and CSS. So to add the gaps between the two words, you need to add ampersand and BSP colon. Is a code for to give gaps. So I require 3 gaps between this using and CSS. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. So here we got a gap now. Let's add some more gap here. Save this file. We'll check the output. So here we got the gaps here. So to add the gaps between these words, the ampersand and BSP colon is a code. Now the next topic, the handling white spaces and gaps are also finished. Now let's check the how to align text or content. I have already showed how to align the text. Now we'll check the, let's delete this one. I'm adding div tag. Div tag is nothing but a container. At this moment, don't worry about this div tag. I'm just focused on how to align the text or content. In this div tag, I'm adding hello world. It's a text, and I'm adding this div tag, the style, background color I'm adding, and the color of the text is red. Now let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. So here we got a new output, the div tag with the background color cyan, and the hello world text is a red color. The text alignments, we can add the text left, center and the right. As I already told how to align the text center here. Now in the same div style, I'm adding the same property text align. I'm adding a right semicolon. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. See here we got, see here now the text is at the right side. If you want at the center, add center. Save this file. I'm reloading the browser. Now it's a center. If we add left here, it shows the left side. By default, the text align will be at the left side. Now the next style, I want to add the capital letter of the first letter in a word. If you notice here, the hello world, the H and W are the small letters. I want to make this H and W are the capital letters. For that we have to use the text transform colon. I'm adding capitalize semicolon. The text transform capitalize transform. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser, and notice here the first letter in the word H and W are the capital letters. Here we have small letters, but in the output the first letter of the word is capital letter. The next transformation for the text is I want to make these all letters in the capital letters, so make them uppercase, semicolon. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. See here, all the text is now in capital letters. Now if you want to make this lowercase, here I'm adding capital letters, hello world. So this file, here the text is in the capital letters, uppercase. When I reload the browser, see here we got the output in the lowercase, because we have added the text transform is in the lowercase. Now the next tutorial, so let's copy this one, paste here, paste here, paste here, paste here, add some breaks, small breaks, copy this one. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. And if you notice in this div tag, the output, the hello world, I want to give the line height between these two lines. So let's add that one, the line height. In the div style, I'm adding the condition line height, colon, I'm adding 20 pixels. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. I'm reloading the browser. So notice here we got some gap here. Let's increase the line height. Instead of 20, I'm adding 40. Save this file. Now let's reload the browser. See, the line height between these two lines is 40 pixels. Now the next style we'll add, let's first delete this div tag. My name is Chan. I want to make this text in a bold letter. Let's save this file. We'll check the output. Notice the output is a simple text, my name is Charan. We don't have any styles to this text. Now I want to add the bold letters for this text. For that, use strong keyword. The strong element is to make the text into the bold letters. Let's save this file. We'll reload the browser. See here, the my name is Charan is in bold letters. In previous versions of HTML, we used to have b tag, which displays the same results displayed in the bold tag. But in HTML5, the b tag is depreciated. So instead of b tag, use strong keyword. Use always the strong tag instead of b tag. All latest browsers supports the strong tags, and also the most important, the Google search engine optimize your strong keyword easily. So let's save this file. I'm reloading the browser. And another tag, now instead of strong, I want to add the italic I tag I'm adding, which displays the words in the italic. See here, the my name is Sharon now is in italic. And this tag is also depreciated in HTML file. Instead of I, we are using em. Let's say this file. I'm reloading the browser. See, you got the same result.